Welcome to another episode of People's Mike. I'm Jim Peoples. Introduce yourself.
Mi nombre es Queso. I'm cheese. What's up?
Queso. There it is.
My name is Ryan
That's so
Ahern.
weird, ain't it? Ryan Ahern. No, take your time. We're just hanging out. What did you just come in here? You are sweaty as shit.
Well, yo, because I'm trying to aspire. Jimmy is my comedy coach, my personal. Yo, he inspires me when I'm not even doing shit. I'm with my guy. I can't be late for Jimmy. I can't be late for Jimmy. I come in sweating. He's like, are you on drugs? I'm like, no, I'm high on Jimmy fucking people.
I wish I could have saw you running through the streets with that fucking tie.
No, you know what I did? Yeah. No, pay attention. He's busy.
Yeah,
what I did was a lot of times my hair tie falls out, so I took the hair tie. So I was Samson and running down the fucking street like this. I look like a goddamn gorilla. But I made it on time, so I'm gonna go. Oh. Yeah.
Okay. Well, tell me about yourself. Tell me your origin story.
Oh, my origin story. I currently live in Portland, Oregon. Wow. I'm originally from upstate New York. I'm originally from the Utica, New York area.
Shit.
You familiar with that shithole up there?
Yeah, I know the name. I was like, I'm never going there.
I am not familiar with the shithole. Yeah, it's just like people from Rochester and Syracuse look down on us.
All right.
That's how bad it is.
Accomplishment.
Yeah, that's true. That's when I meet people from Rochester, like, are you from Utica?
You don't go that far.
Yeah.
We go up.
There's
north
no reason to.
If you're going to prison or if you're going to a cemetery.
Yeah.
I got family buried in fucking Valhalla.
There's no reason to. So I've been out there on the West Coast for a few years. I've been doing comedy about 2 years. So I'm pretty new in the game. I decided to come out to New York for the month to kind of visit, check out the scene.
Did you start in Portland?
Yeah, I actually started in Seattle.
Okay, Seattle.
Started in Seattle, did about a year there. Now in Portland, I work remote during the day, so I'm fortunate enough where I can kind of go to a different coast.
Okay.
What
do you do?
I do like IT shit. It's boring.
Yeah, it has to be computer shit. If you're in Portland, doesn't even the
Seattle
poorest person in that area does
it's called port. Like you got computer ports and shit.
Portland.
Yeah, I mean. Seattle's even more of a tech city, but there's a lot of that shit.
It's like homeless people who have startups and shit.
Both cities have.
That's the way I see it. I don't know.
Shout out to those homeless people.
All those homeless startups out there.
I think per capita, Portland and Seattle have like the two worst homeless problems in the country.
Really?
No shit. If you adjust for population, it's 10 cities. Like it's funny because on one hand, like those two cities have grown like super fast. I think they had the highest year-over-year housing pricing increase like 4 years in a row. Yeah. Both cities are too woke for their own good. There's zero diversity and tons of homeless people.
So it's like a woke ghetto.
It's so like both Seattle and Portland, like all the freeways, it's just underneath it, just tent cities everywhere, and it's like it's becoming a real problem. I think the homeless thing is like not to get too serious too quickly, but
you gotta be funny every 30 seconds. That's
gotcha.
I've learned the hard way.
Yeah. I feel like there's no good answer to the homeless problem, like because like most of those people are mentally have something wrong, and a lot of people are on drugs or trying to get clean.
Most people that have houses have mentally something wrong.
Oh, everyone's fucked up nowadays.
So is it the mental issue that got them, or is it just the game? Right? Everybody's
dysfunctional mental and dysfunctional.
But I think that like functional mental craziness is probably worse than dysfunctional craziness because at least you're real. No, but like what the fuck is productive? Like going to a job that you hate to like serve some corporate master? Like suck my dick.
They're functional?
Like I said, no, they're not. They're functioning for somebody else. They're not even functioning for themselves. At least the homeless people are fucking having delusions. Like, it's a good game.
The homeless people in Portland are friendly. I'll give them that.
Yeah.
Friendliest.
That's because they're woke.
Yeah, they're super woke.
Like I see some people and I'm like, how the fuck did you get like you can be homeless in a city, but you can still be active.
Yeah.
Well, I think
there's some cool ass homeless motherfuckers. I'm friends with a bunch of them.
Yeah. Well, I think everyone who's like these human being, when you see someone who was homeless because they had mental issues, they fell in hard times, you have sympathy for them.
Yeah.
Portland has a lot of people who like grew up upper middle class who are just kind of choosing to like be a bum
because
they've got plenty of options. Yeah. They could go back live with their parents, take some money. They're just choosing to be a bum.
But you're saying it's a tent city.
There are lots of tent cities around there.
So it's like
it's
so
like
they're
the
kind of like living in the wilderness.
It's like the
Well,
new hippie,
sorry,
right?
They're like cavemen.
Are you familiar with the term tent city, or is that new? That's why I made
No,
that.
well, I think I grasped the concept. It's like you're under a bridge or something. There's a whole bunch of fucking tents.
Or sometimes not. Yeah,
it's like a trailer park with tents in it.
Yeah, it's like you walk down through downtown or some parts around the neighborhoods. It's really nice, and you turn a corner, and you're just like, boom, this middle of the field between.
But they're not trying to rob you or nothing.
No. I mean, there's the drug problem's pretty bad, so there's a lot of like syringes lying around everywhere.
Oof.
Which, especially if you have little kids, you don't want them fucking picking up.
I got little kids.
Yeah. So that's
I threw my at the house trying to eat pizza in front of my son. That little fucking syringe down to
So yeah, it's a tough problem.
Yeah, I don't know. Because I saw a guy talking on a banana the other day, and I was like, how do you get to that point? How do you crack?
Dog, I was at that point.
Like, he was just like, yeah, this motherfucker. I was like...
14 times I was in a psych unit.
So
psych unit? Yeah, good shit. Now I'm married to a doctor. I'm not going to say how much I made last year. I'm doing well. Do you guys know what hypomania is? This is a joke. Don't worry, I got a joke coming.
No,
all right, so basically, let me break this. I got 30 seconds to get this shit funny, right? So in the DSM-4, you know what the DSM-4 is?
No.
All right, that's the Diagnostic Statistics Manual. It's how they figure out if you fucked up when you go to the psych unit, right?
Okay.
So it's all the stats. Hypomania is considered an evolutionary advantage, and it's just a calmer version of mania, right? And there was a book that was written that showed 100% of American CEOs were hypomanic, right? So what I say is, what's the difference between a person that's with mania and a person with hypomania? A person with mania is in the psych unit. A person with hypomania owns the hospital. Bars.
So
Bars.
Let me ask you this: you said there's an evolutionary advantage. What is it?
So basically, what it is I'll tell you what my wife said. She was like, whenever my wife like speaks like 6 languages. She's fucking director of family medicine for blah 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 university. I'm not going to say
Did
it.
what, man?
And she's always like, no, she's always like, yo, I'm always the smartest person in every room I walk into, except when I walk into the psych unit,
Gotcha.
and they're all fucking smarter than me. And she's like, I can't follow them, but I know that they're actually saying something meaningful. And she was like, I always wanted to know what the fuck it is that they can't get a hold of it. And then she looked at me and was like, then I met you, and I wanted your baby. Right?
She's attracted to that.
So basically what it is hypomania is when you learn how to functionalize insanity.
I could see it. There's definitely, I don't know like what terms used, but people who we've often perceived as crazy, who definitely seem to have an insight that most people don't have.
Stupid people have been calling smart people crazy since the beginning of time.
Yeah. I'll agree with that.
And the problem is that it's like
it's seeing something you don't understand. You know? And I don't know.
But no, the motherfucker on the banana, really what that comes down to is they're so caught in their own head that there's genius. And we all have that level of genius in us that's very deep, but they're so caught in that level of genius that they can't cross back into the world. So they're talking on bananas. You know what I'm saying?
Have you guys been...
But talking on a cell phone got radiation. I'd rather talk on a banana.
No, fuck that.
You guys been to like Portland or Seattle?
No, never.
Nah, I've never been off the East Coast.
Oh shit!
Yeah, sorry about that.
Never been to like LA.
I'm working on it. I've never been on a plane.
Oh shit!
My mother was fucked up.
Not UVA.
UNLV.
UNLV.
Vegas.
Track meet. Right?
Vegas. All right.
Yeah. Okay. That's the farthest. Does that count? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty far west.
That's the farthest west I've been. For
it's the Pacific time zone.
Yeah. And that's it.
No, I gotta get the fuck out. I gotta get up there. I mean, I'm very upset with myself about it, but it's like my mom's dead. So it's time to
mine too.
Yeah.
Dead Moms Club. Dead Mother Brothers.
Dead Moms Club.
Dead Mother Brothers.
Oh,
Small world. Small world. You guys got any other Portland questions? And I'm like, because I feel like people always have this.
I'm under contractual obligation to be funny, so we're gonna talk later.
Okay.
Because I want to know about this homeless thing.
Yeah. No more hypomania.
I tried to make that funny.
No, you tried.
I did.
It failed.
No, it didn't. You didn't laugh.
He's the judge.
That's your fault.
I'll try and make this funny. Portland is there's a preponderance of when I said too woke for its own good.
Yeah.
There's a lot of I don't want to say who the perfect person is, but let me just stereotype for a second. Probably middle to upper middle class white woman. A lot of times they go out of their way to look a little like blue hairish, and you know who I'm talking about.
All right.
Yeah, and they seem to be offended on everyone else's behalf when the people involved are not offended themselves. Do you see that a lot out here?
Yeah.
Everybody has an opinion.
I'm writing an anti-woke rap that I'm going to put on Instagram. It's not finished yet. I can share it with you if you would like.
Oh, no.
But it's very. It touches these points so well, Jim.
No, I refuse.
See, he's laughing. I don't know why
you're
you're
there's no way that's going to be funny in 30 seconds.
But you know something? You know something? And I follow the rules of the people's mic.
Oh, shit.
Because he's big.
I'm proud of you.
He's big, and I've been beaten up by black people before, so I'm not trying to go back down that road. I'm not going.
How's the? We're gonna. There's three things I try to stay away from. Is Jews. Are you Jewish?
No, people always think I am.
I'm Jewish.
Yes, try to stay away.
I'm not really.
I'm Irish Italian,
Jewish,
but most
Jewish.
people think I'm
police
Jewish.
brutality and
Okay.
there was another one. What's the
I
other
don't
one?
know. Deep shit.
Police brutality. And Trump. Three things we try to stay away from.
All right.
But
I'm sick of Trump.
how's the relationship between police and cops in Portland? Portland.
You said police and cops?
Yeah. What is that?
You mean police and
police and
like,
police and cops? Same thing. Police and black people.
The reason it's a tough question to answer, I think out of any major city, Portland is literally the whitest city.
Yeah.
It's shockingly white.
Wow.
Like
even black people are white.
No, I wouldn't say that.
There's just no black people.
It's like that's honestly like the truth. Like, so I thought Seattle was white, and here's the difference. You go into Portland, 80% of the Uber drivers are like white women in their 30s. I've never seen that happen in any city in the fucking country. Like, you go to a sushi restaurant, it's white people making sushi. Like, it's just overrun by white people at a level you don't even see in other like fairly white cities. So it's tough to say. I mean, is there like any city now with cameras? Are there stuff that gets
But what are the cops like? I mean, are they like because there's no black people for them to get mad at? So like, what's the story?
Are they like Switzerland cops? In my head, they're like.
So
You have cop face.
Oh, thank you, by the way. I know it's not a compliment, but I'll take it as such.
Yeah.
No, you're handsome.
Thank
handsome.
you.
If I was a girl, we'd
cool young cop face.
I appreciate it. And honestly, like, I've been there in Portland, like, not even a year so far, but my limited experience in the Northwest, like, for me, just walking around, most of the times I just see cops, similar to what you see here sometimes, is like 8 of them around some person on the ground who's probably ODing or homeless. Yeah. It's like that situation. Mm-hmm. That's what I see. Are there bad neighborhoods? Sure. Like any city.
Who lives in them?
That's where you find less white people.
Okay.
Yeah. Being honest.
There they are.
Wait, the 10 cities are white people, but the bad neighborhoods are black people?
10 cities, everyone. Okay. So a 10 city could be white, black. They do seem to be predominantly male if you want to put any sort of filter on it.
They got Chinese there?
There's
Asians.
Not a ton of Asian people.
No, Asians
Seattle has a lot.
Ethic.
Seattle has a lot.
Yeah,
Portland,
Seattle.
not so much.
Seattle has a lot of Chinese homeless?
No, just Asian people in general.
The worst I've ever seen a Chinese person do is DVDs. That's the worst I've ever seen for the Chinese game. Yeah.
Like I don't know. I'm not the one to talk about it. I've seen one or two who just sit and ask for money, but it's rare.
Yeah.
Super rare.
So, let me ask you this question. As someone who's had some experience, married to a doctor, used to talk on a banana. When you see someone who's homeless and they've been put out on the street, like they go through the thing, the cops come and get them, the ambulance comes, they put them in a clinic for 2 weeks, and then they're back out there time and time again. What do you think you do? Because I don't like. To me, that's when it seems like fuck.
Look. I mean, here's the deal. I'll say this quick. Society's broken into the haves and the have-nots, and the world does not get better until the haves treat the have-nots better. Right now, the haves don't treat the have-nots good, so there's literally nothing
15.
we can do. There's
14.
nothing we can do. The homeless people are
14.
fucked. They're fucked.
12.
No, that was the
11.
punchline. That was
the
they're
punchline.
fucked.
Let's move
Terrible
on.
punchline.
Let's move on.
What do you want from me, dog? He asked me a serious ass question.
I like putting the pressure on you.
I'm doing the best that I can.
But your job,
I'm not
even if
doing
it's
burpees.
serious, is to flip it.
Hold on. Let me try a burp.
No, don't do that. Don't do that either.
Shit, I can't
they
do
can't.
it.
You're gonna hurt yourself.
I can't do it. I'm not gonna hurt myself. I'm trying to.
He doesn't know what he's doing there. He's
No,
telling
I've been
you.
here before.
No, but you work out though. You got nice pecs.
Shit.
A little bit. I try. I've been walking like fucking 12 miles a day since I've been
Are
here.
you used to walking? Cool. Is it a lot of walking in Portland?
I walk a lot, especially since I work from home. I can't sit at home all day, so I get up. I go to coffee shops and like walk around.
I didn't realize how much I walked here.
Even with the subway.
I date a lot of girls who aren't from here, and they want to walk around and do shit. I'm like, I don't want to do that. We went shopping. You ever go on the other side of Broad and Lafayette, Houston, where all the expensive shops are?
Yeah.
It was like where tourists go to shop.
Yeah,
I was like, I
you mean
would never.
Chinatown?
Yeah. I was like, I would never be caught here. I was like Muji with this girl, and I was like, this is ridiculous.
So we get hustled.
Yeah, they're getting. I was like, why? Because she wanted to go. She was like, oh, I'm in New York. I want to go. I was like,
unless you have an in, you're gonna get hustled.
yeah, we're out of here. I was like, and I'm watching her spend all this money, and I don't know how it got onto that, but
it's all right.
that pissed me. She wanted to walk around there. That was the point.
How long you guys been doing comedy?
About 2.5 years, man.
2.5 years.
Ooh, 8.
Okay.
This will be my 8th.
You been in the city the whole time?
No, I started in Philly, went to Delaware, came back here.
Fucking Delaware.
Yeah.
How'd you end up there?
Kind of started chasing a girl.
What was the big difference that you saw? Like, what were the threshold crossing points in like the amount of time you were doing comedy? Like, you feel like at 5 years it was like you stabilized. Like, I'm trying to figure out what I'm looking forward to and like where I should have my goals at. Like,
You should always just be getting funny. You know, somebody told me, a bunch of people told me, once you get funny, get funnier. That's the goal of comedy.
I love you.
Get funnier.
That's deep.
You know,
think it's
all the other shit. Good.
Even though I asked the question, I think it's always hard to compare times because, like, for like some people, 3 years is getting out three times a night, 6 nights a week, and for other people, it's a lot less.
No, get to the point where you feel funny, and then get funny.
It's feeling funny first, though, right?
Yeah,
It's
do you feel funny?
It's
Do you feel funny? Can you watch yourself?
Well, no. What just happened? I took a week off because ever since I had the baby, I've been so driven, and I was only doing it twice a week because I had the newborn, right? But
how old's your kid?
He's 3 now. But then once my mom died, because I was cleaning her shit for a year. So like after I was done cleaning her shit, I had more time. I started doing 5 times a week. But I've been so driven because I'm making Chess Master, and I'm like, and I'm doing comedy, and my head was gone. It's like I forgot to be joyful. And like the last couple mics I've done, I've had really good mics because exactly what you said. I said, let me feel funny. Let me feel like I'm the shit. And I've been so driven that I actually forgot how to be a fucking human being.
So currently, what's more important to you, comedy or the baby?
Oh, I mean,
the baby.
There's a continuum there.
The baby is your all spark. See, they say
shit.
Because what Jim Carrey was like, yo, I went through depression, and then the way I found the funny is just to play with toys. And then when I listen to like a lot of cartoonists, when they don't feel inspired, they just play with toys. Like play with toys and do the pew 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 and the sounds, and it makes you feel.
No, I love that baby so much.
Fun.
It's so incredible.
If you do stuff with the kid, it takes you out of it, and you find fun.
To someone who's never seen you, in 10 seconds, if you had to sum up how you are on stage or what's your act, what would you say?
I just want to share myself. I just want to share every single ounce of my being with everybody that'll listen. That's really it.
Yeah, he said, I like his pull back.
Add 10 seconds.
I say I'm just an observational ranter, you know, and I like going into the crowd and playing the crowd and talking to people that I would never talk to in the street and then finding the funny in that.
Yeah.
I would say
I love doing that.
Mine's more like Nate Bargatze meets Kramer.
I can see that.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I do.
Absolutely so.
No, I'm actually not Kramer at all. I just want to. Let me ask you a question.
Dan, what's up?
I was here last week and I heard something, because this is a word we throw around all the time, Portland, and I never even thought it had a racial connotation. One of my favorite insults for another guy is cuck.
Yeah.
And I heard someone say it on stage, and I think I saw you and another black guy agree. I couldn't tell if you were just fucking around or if you actually believe that on some level, because that was like...
Believe what?
That, like, if you call someone a cuck, it's kind of racist.
Yes.
I believe it's a little racist. How the fuck is that racist? Because I never knew it had any racial connotation at all.
Because it's about a white guy wanting to see a black guy fuck his wife. And it's like,
listen,
that's
so you know,
that's the purest form, right?
The only level I am willing to censor my speech is I will not say the N word anymore, and that took a while for me because I grew up hanging out in the projects. That's it.
This difference between racist and racial.
So I always thought, first off, we don't use it in a literal, like, it's usually like basically in place of a bit. Someone's being a bitch or acting weak.
Now,
but even then, cuck, the literal version, I thought it was just. Someone you want to watch fuck your wife, but I didn't think it was a black guy.
I used to fuck a dominatrix.
It's specifically black? I never knew that.
No, it's not specifically a black guy.
Are you sure?
How did this get co-opted? No, I know for a fact. I know for a fact because I used to fuck a dominatrix, and she wanted to pay me to fuck her in front of somebody else, and the dude was white.
I feel like you've lived a lot of life.
No.
Yeah. That's the benefit of not necessarily clinging to sanity.
The original was the slave master who wanted to watch the slaves fuck his wife.
The slave master wanted to watch the slave fuck his wife. Yeah, but you see, what was that 400 years ago? The cup game has changed.
That's where it originated.
All right, so basically, this white dude was trying to slave me.
Huh?
This white dude was trying to slave me when I was getting paid to fuck a girl.
Now it evolved to anybody fucking anybody.
Yeah, because I think the average person I think me and most people the original was it never even entered in my mind it had anything racial. Yeah. It was just like it was just basically.
But that's white privilege.
Yeah, that's what it came from. Now you evolve and it's like, I want to see an Asian guy. I want to see somebody mixed it up. And I was like, no, I just don't want to see a black guy.
So Portland, if you're listening, we're apparently racist the whole time.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Fuck
that's
black people.
Sorry.
Just fuck black people.
Yeah.
It's about having the conversation and informing yourself.
Welcome. This is the shit you learn on this serious ass podcast.
The more you know.
The more you know.
That's going to be the question of the day.
Yeah, question. What's the question today?
Fuck black people.
Whoa, what?
What? That came out of nowhere.
Did you hear?
I heard it.
I'm not racist.
Well,
What?
Can I see another racial
I just
question?
can't take it
Let's
anymore.
do it. I don't know what the fuck
Society-
you're talking
This is
society's
especially in
going.
Portland.
Okay.
I've never seen a black person upset about it in Portland, but I've seen white people upset about it. And that's, do you have any issue with white people wearing dreads?
No,
Okay.
it didn't. It's like a thing you see, like, oh, look at that. It's like seeing
I feel like I'm gonna get told I'm culturally appropriating because of the size of my dick.
But I think when people say it, they're not acknowing like.
Jimmy's turning his back to me.
I've never seen an aggressive white dude with dreads. They're usually like the calmest,
hippies.
chill. Yeah, they're surfers, they're hippies. Like they're not the white people you need
Dude,
to be worried about.
real talk. Woke people are racist and they can't comp to it, so they overcompensate.
No.
They're just not comfortable
I feel
around
like
black
they
people.
often come off condescending. In
No,
a way.
they're just not comfortable around black people. But racism is a really unconscious thing, and what's happening is they're smelling their own unconscious racism and they're overcompensating for it.
Yeah.
That's really what it is. And like,
I think it's a subconscious thing they're
it's
doing.
definitely a subconscious thing. No,
Yeah.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying like they're having like woke meetings where like how can we get the black folk? Racism is really steeped in our culture. It's really unconscious.
Yeah.
And the thing is when you realize that, it hurts your soul.
Wait,
like
so
it-
do you think racism still exists?
no,
I was trying to
think
make a
woke
joke.
people-
You
I
said-
really think
That was terrible.
I'm just doing the time.
It's the unconscious racism that bothers me.
But what do you
like
think
if
about that?
if you say things that you don't like, fine, voice it. Let's talk about it. Let's see if we can get past it. But it's when I like when I go into a bar or if I'm producing a show or something and there's a white bartender and then they immediately assume that I'm up to something. They're like, "Oh, what are you doing here? Why are you doing this?" And they say, "Hey, don't do that," before I even do anything.
Yeah.
That kind of racism.
No, but you know what pisses me off
Okay.
about that?
There was a study I read recently, and I'm not shocked because of the places I've lived in Portland and Seattle recently. It's talked about they had a black guy go into a bar, and obviously how they measure this, it's not perfect, but they measure them around liberals and conservatives, and then they interviewed him afterwards. Like the black guy knew he was in on the study, the people around him did not.
Okay.
So, and they found on average that the liberals were way more condescending from the black guy's perspective.
Yeah.
Because, perceived it's supposed to be like Democrats and liberals are on the side of minorities, and people on the right aren't,
Who conducted this study?
I forgot who did it. But it was like, but I would find that to be true because I've watched, especially in like white cities where I've lived in like Portland and Seattle, like, I feel like they think they're being nice, but they come up and they're almost like, "Hey, buddy, how
It's
you
too
doing?"
much,
And
yeah,
it's just like it's like, come on, fucking be real.
Yeah.
Like so, I'm not sure if you had that experience.
I agree with you, and I tend to find I'd rather somebody be honest about how they feel instead of it like that, like an out front racist, just like I hate them because they do.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Because in Delaware, that's how they were. They were verbally racist, and then but you saw them like in interracial relationships, which is weird.
Which is bizarre.
No, look.
I had friends at college like that.
I grew up hanging out in the projects, right? And in order to deal with it, because I was really one of the only white people that was down there, and my best friend was Puerto Rican. Right? So I would walk in, they'd be like, "What's good, white bread?" I'd be like, "What's up, Spig?" And that's how we would get through the racial tension. You know what I'm saying? We would joke about it because racial tension's a real thing, and you have to mitigate it if you're going to love people.
He's like, "What the fuck's
so
going on?"
The way that we would deal with it, no, we would deal. We would. Our friendship was rooted in racial slurs. You know what I'm saying?
What's your favorite pizza place here?
I don't eat pizza. I don't eat pizza.
You don't eat pizza?
I'm vegan than a motherfucker.
How about you?
I ate apricot kernels today.
I like to find the best. What?
He's laughing.
What?
He's laughing.
Is that real?
What? Yo, that's as real as it gets. When I lie to you, I'm about to start talking out of my smiley tile because it's banana.
Apricot kernels?
Yo.
I hate people who try to eat healthy and then are out of shape. I hate you so much.
I was 350 pounds and I ran a mile here today, so you know something?
Wait,
you could take your
mile?
fucking jacked ass
You were
condescension
350
back to the gym,
pounds?
Jimmy.
3 foot. Yeah.
I'm gonna call you James next time you pop shit. What's up? Yeah, I was 350.
Wow.
How recently?
I dropped it maybe 10 years ago.
So what made you start respecting yourself?
When I walked into a diner and I couldn't fit in the booth,
Alex.
I was already vegetarian,
Okay.
and I was about to order mozzarella sticks, and I couldn't fit in the booth, and I was like, whoa.
I'm kind of with him. If you're vegan and vegetarian, you look like shit. What's the point?
Do I look like shit, though?
No, not now. But I'm saying like if you were vegetarian at 350,
Because the body, you have to do all three. You got to get rest. You got to do your cardio. You got to work out. You got to eat good.
Yeah.
If you just don't, you're eating good, but you're not working out and you're stressing out and you're still smoking and vaping and doing all this bullshit.
And just avoiding meat doesn't mean you're eating good either.
Yeah.
No, it's definitely true. I got to.
It's just good to say.
I know,
It feels good. I'm a vegan now.
No, I feel like certain vegans are like they're just
stress
like.
is a good thing. Stress is supposed to be your body kind of giving you that premix to
but you need both.
If you know how to work
a little bit of stress. A little bit of stress is
If you
evolutionary.
know how to work
Too much is very bad for you.
No, but also if you don't release it with exercise and diet,
but the people that
then your body's like, we're still being attacked.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It makes for it's good.
A little bit. I agree with him.
But this is I have a term for the vegans that you're describing that don't eat meat but they're still unhealthy. I call them woke omnivores. They're woke omnivores.
Yeah, cut that down.
I eat meat. I fucking hate animals, so I eat meat.
Yeah. Healthy cucks. Yeah. Health cucks. That's the name of this episode. I changed it. It was woke for broke, but yeah, healthy cuck.
Woke for broke.
Just trying to live a nice cuck lifestyle.
Yeah, you little healthy cuck lifestyle.
Brown rice and a lot of veggies.
A lot of black dick.
A lot of veggies. Just dicking down white women.
Dicking down.
That's how you just... I feel like you could start a movement.
Yeah, I don't want to be the head of that. The healthy cucks. What's that? What do you? All right, the white guy who likes to watch is the cuck, right?
Yeah.
But what do you call the black guy then?
That's what I mean. Yeah. So he's.
Tread lightly.
I said we just came out.
Tread.
I've actually never.
I see the word just hanging over there.
Yeah.
I could probably Google it. I actually don't know if there's a term. If there is, I haven't heard it. I just some dude just fucking your wife. But I would say 98% of people who use it are not using it in the literal sense anymore.
No,
they're just using it like the word bitch.
It's beta.
Like,
it's like a beta guy.
Yeah, absolutely,
right?
exactly.
Beta guy.
No, but it's weird. The word cuck then went through the same evolution as the N-word did, where it just turned into a beneficial term.
Do you know why? Because I'm saying the word cuck and I say the N-word.
No, but people
I remember seeing when comics first started using it. Like a year and a half ago, they started talking about cucks.
It's pretty recent.
But then everybody's like, "Ooh,
it's very
like
recent.
that premise that."
Yeah, it's very recent.
You know, have you seen cuck porn? Have you seen? And then now it's the thing. Now it's cucks this and cucks that. Well, what do you call the girl who's getting fucked by the black guy in front of her husband?
A hoe? I don't know.
It's the cuck holder? Oh.
The cuck hole?
I said, see that how you set that up?
Yeah,
that's
the cuck hole.
The cuck hold. The cuck hole. Cuck hole.
Cuck hole.
That's fucking stupid.
Strong, independent woman.
Strong.
I see a CEO
feminist.
someday. Yeah, I see.
I go with her sexuality.
I'm very up on my feminist game since I've been in the Northwest.
Yeah,
I'm married an Israeli chick. I don't have to be a feminist. It's the way around that.
I've been wearing Marvel, superhero shirts with all women on it for Women's History Month.
You're a fucking hero, man.
Yeah.
You're fucking doing the Lord's work out there.
People say, "Oh, we like that Captain Marvel shirt. Oh, look at that Storm shirt. I need a Hulk shirt."
It's not about actions. It's about like sharing articles on Facebook. That's what changes the world.
Sharing articles on Facebook.
That's
That's it. Nobody in the gym is wearing female superheroes. What's even the girls, even the women are. You're not supporting your own.
Yeah,
I
ladies.
want to look into the camera.
Yeah, ladies.
The fastest way to get this podcast shut the fuck down. They already kicked us off of YouTube. How'd I get kicked off of YouTube?
What you kicked off of YouTube for?
They said I couldn't live stream on anymore. You got to record it and post it.
Because, so like they can edit it?
Either it's the copyrights. They didn't say why. Either it's the copyrights because I played the music before and they were like, oh, it's copyright infringement.
If it was popular music, that could definitely.
But I think it was that. But it could also have been like I was making a joke where I said I'm going to start saying fuck Jews, and I was like maybe that was it.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Maybe
a lot of times
you mean don't fuck with the Jews?
And you just don't get to put ads on it if you use music.
Yeah, and I don't know. I was like, everybody who's doing stuff on YouTube, my little podcast shouldn't get kicked off.
They get nervous.
It's very arbitrary what they decide to pull and not pull.
Yeah.
It's fucking like same thing with Twitter. It's
I was like, so we'll post
to
to Facebook now until
So
I get the hang.
Have you changed your stance on Jews, or do you still hate them?
No, it was a fun. It's like nobody's I don't know what it was. It felt good.
On behalf of someone who looks like
because we talked about Jews too much on the show, so I was like, "Fuck Jews," and I'm starting the hashtag "Fuck Jews." We're not talking about, but I love Jews and
they got to me on Vine for
some
like
great people.
Great people.
Great people.
Great people.
I
great writers.
Non-whites.
From HBO. There was a butt sex scene, and I filmed that, and then filmed my roommate's response.
On Vine?
Off, so I emailed them.
But Vine is dead anyway, right?
What?
Yeah, I didn't know
It was like a butt sex scene, but it was like upper.
I thought Instagram stories just killed that.
Instagram, don't touch me. Off my knee.
Trigger.
Yeah, that's trigger. Yeah, hell no.
Predator.
Vine. Instagram stories killed Vine. Is there still a Vine?
No,
I think
so.
doesn't even exist.
No.
Yeah, I haven't heard
No,
about it
this
in
was
a
back
minute.
in the day.
Okay.
Don't you like seeing things when shit like that happens to you? Don't you like seeing it when they fall,
Oh, it's
Yeah.
when
great.
they crumble?
Oh, it's amazing.
Like if you two fell, I'd be like, you shouldn't have kicked me off.
Yeah.
But like that's likely.
Can we talk about the Israeli election?
Sure.
Fuck no.
You got 10 seconds.
10 seconds to make that funny.
Highlights.
No, I'm done. Don't worry
If you
about
bring up a point and you don't make it funnier, you lose a point.
it. Oh, Jesus Christ. We're fucking keeping score?
Yeah, keep it score.
I don't like this
Keep
shit.
it score like a
What has the
motherfucker
most
now.
points then?
Huh?
What has the
He
most
does.
points? He has the most
Yeah,
points?
Ryan's winning.
All right,
I don't
cool.
even know how
What's
many.
he going to get?
It's true.
He gets to go first.
He gets to go first. All right, that's actually
Yeah.
a dope new rule for the podcast.
There it is.
Whoever
I
gets
do
the
love to
most
see
points.
people go down. When I was 19, I started working in a cell phone store. Worked in a very rich area in San Diego, like
Yeah.
after college, and it was like during the real estate boom of like the last decade, and the people were the most disrespectful, shitty customers ever. They would always come in and be like, "I want unlimited everything." And if you do, be like, "Well, you want?" They're like, "Just give me it. I don't have time to talk of this."
What?
And then when the market crashed, they all came in. I watched them like, "Can I get it on a lower plan?" And the joy I felt.
How delicious.
Knowing they're like about to lose their house and their family's falling apart. Oh my god.
Did you take your time?
Oh my god. I see you're fucking driving the Camry now.
Oh,
Love
man.
it. Love
You
it,
got that-
motherfucker.
got
Oh, it was so satisfying.
That new used Camry.
I'll be honest, to this day, some of my favorite videos to watch are like Gordon Ramsay yelling at customers, or just anything like that. Because few people who work in those jobs actually have the power to get away with that. And Gordon Ramsay's famous enough when someone complains about his food, he's like, "Fuck off."
Gordon Ramsay.
Like the famous chef from the UK.
I thought him and Anthony Bourdain were the same person.
So he used to do this show called, I think, Hell's Kitchen. So it was
Is
like
Gordon Ramsay the fat one?
No, he's in decent shape. But he had like it was like a live show at a restaurant, so they're real customers. Sometimes they'd come up and complain, even though it's like a show at the same time.
Shit.
And like this one lady was like really tall. He's like, "Fucking get that giraffe out of here!" He's like, he just doesn't. He gives no fucks. One, he knows it's good TV, so
Absolutely.
he's smart.
Yeah,
but just to be in that position where you know, not only will it hurt you to help your career, just be able to talk to customers like that.
Yeah.
Oh, I get fucking excited watching that.
Yeah, but
If
he
everyone
was
was
probably
nothing-
an asshole way before that, too.
I think he's a smart
He
guy.
was an
honestly.
asshole, but he grew into this
Honestly,
character.
if you ever watch
That's
his
his
asshole,
character.
though.
now. Yeah.
If you watch his shows where he goes helps failing restaurants, when people are nice, he gets really nice. I think he just knows it's good TV. To be honest, like part of it, he does have that.
Now he does.
But
They,
like
they
he's
probably
smart enough.
tell him to beef it up.
Yeah, well, it's like no one gives you a show just because you're a great cook. He
No.
got famous because of his personality. Like anything,
Of
you know.
course. Fuck.
That's
So-
what won Trump the election. Sorry.
Yeah.
There are a lot of things that went Trump the election.
Yeah.
Well,
We're not gonna talk about
that was
that.
one
Did
percent.
it? You see that? Did you see how it
Time out,
happens?
time
It
out.
just
Yeah, we
sucks
got
us
it.
in.
Foul.
It sucks
Yeah.
us in.
Yeah.
And
Quist.
we broke all three rules. I first
Jews,
started
Trump,
police brutality.
We
didn't
didn't talk
even-
about police brutality.
We just did
We
talk
referenced
about
the
it.
police
I
and
referenced it because it was my fault. But
we
then
didn't get into it.
we slid in the Jews because I pulled out.
You
I
spoke about
cucked
Jews,
out.
yeah.
I cucked out.
It's cool. It's cool. We're
Fuck.
alright with it. We're alright with it.
Are you dating in the city yet?
No,
No?
I'm only here for a month,
Fucking
and I'm out.
Go and happen. You got a wife, girlfriend? What are you doing?
I'm just out here killing it.
Fucking.
You don't want to have a wife or girlfriend because you're too good looking to be single involuntarily.
I'm not a fan of online dating.
You will never
No?
be an incel.
I don't like it.
Fuck.
I've done it. Like,
love
I'm not
it.
too good. Believe
Yeah.
me, I did my time on Tinder.
I'm trying to get up.
and all that shit.
I'm addicted now. I'm trying to pull
This
away.
might sound a little too whatever, but especially in comedy, the worst part for me in comedy is having to be online social media. So like I post my stuff, but like I made a concerted effort to stop checking the phone, stop checking this. I got off all the online shit, and like now I actually like enjoy like hitting on like a woman in public at a bar. Like it used to be like 2003 or whatever.
You gotta
like,
do both. You gotta do both.
I know you can't. Like I'm just taking.
I
a
don't
break.
have
Yeah.
to do neither.
I don't like it. Like,
Well, you're
I
out
don't-
the game.
I
Yeah,
don't have to
you're
do
out.
shit.
How about you? What's your story?
I'm swiping and
Just fucking straight cucking it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not
Just fucking-
cucking it, not cucking it, but
Just fucking
I'm
people's wives?
dating. I'm dating.
Okay, all right.
No.
Before I got out the game, I used to meditate pussy into existence.
That sounds like
Man,
bullshit.
man,
Lot
that
better
sounds
than
a
the
lot
internet.
like
Are
bullshit.
you one of those people that like
Meditate.
you just think of something positive and it just fucking happens?
There is a meditate app,
Yeah.
right? And what it does is
From Sam Harris?
Huh? Sam Harris.
Sam Harris. Anyways, there's never mind. He has his own app for it.
Oh shit, no. I don't know who that is.
Oh, never mind.
It just says meditation app. I don't know
Okay.
what the fuck it is. But after you finish meditate, it shows you whoever's meditating with you, and it's a bunch of like hot models, and then you could be like, hey, enjoyed meditating with you, and you can reach out to them. And then sometimes
hey,
they'll
baby,
be
So
like,
it's
it's like a date now
it's
for
just a
meditators.
complete front for.
Yes.
I mean,
Hi.
Hey,
Look
what's
at all that
up?
confidence you
How's it
brought
going?
in here.
Did I
You did.
Yeah, I
Have
did.
a seat.
I feel like I dropped something. Now the confidence is being
Are you from Portland?
Do I look like I'm from Portland? I am from
Yeah.
California.
California. Have a seat right there. Don't cross the camera. Don't cross the screen.
Oh, there's a
This is
camera.
let her
live,
cross it. Let
live
everybody
on
see it. Let
Facebook.
everybody
Have a
see it. Let
seat.
everybody see
Well, you
it.
gotta say hello
Where do I
now.
sit?
You can sit right there
Anywhere
next
you
to the
want.
camera.
Everybody.
Put your face in there. Have a seat.
Anywhere?
Say your name. They don't even
Oh,
know
fuck,
you.
God damn it.
Fuck.
I'm Ahern. I'm from California.
Yeah,
I'm
Aaron.
grateful to be here.
Sieta. I'm grateful to be here. Looks like a elimination show.
It's a gratitude
Is it
commercial.
American Idol?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sit down and we'll take care of you. What the fuck are we doing?
Not much.
Damn. Aaron threw me
Oh
off.
no, you were talking about that meditation app, which is
Oh
really
yeah,
a fucking hookup app
meditation
apparently.
app. Yeah. I haven't got.
That's
They
fun.
hit me back, but we didn't. I like to find the different ways to turn something into a dating app now.
Yeah. Everybody wants to fuck.
That's the next level.
That one's pretty clever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
As soon as I saw that, I was like, I just got to close once on it. I haven't closed on Instagram.
Like, are there any people who like live stream them just meditating? Is it like that invasive?
I don't think you can.
I've done that.
I haven't tried, but no, it just tells you after you're finished. It's like, hey, this is everybody who's meditated around you, or at the same time. It's a bunch of hot models, and I was like, well, might as well try. Might as well shoot the shot. That's all it is.
Yo, I met a Buddhist nun who used to be a fucking supermodel.
That sounds about right.
I said she went from fun to nun.
Yeah,
she was fucking
because the industry broke her.
Well, yeah, no, and now she's like bald.
That's
and
what
like,
happened,
yeah, peaceful
she
as
got
shit
broken.
though. She's peaceful as a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like almost anyone who gets super religious later in life, like
broken.
they went through some rough shit.
They
Like,
went through
like
some shit.
prison or like a lot of shit like that.
Yeah.
Wherever.
There's for anyone who's living an average life and is like suddenly this makes sense.
Yeah.
It's always like someone who like is
I
broken.
only believe in short-term relationships, so.
Where did
Define short term.
Short term, 10 days. They're in town. They just want to hang out, and then they leave. I did that because on the dating apps, most of the girls will put LTR, long term relationship, and I was like, is there an opposite? Is there somebody who just wants to?
STR?
Yeah. So I just started putting STR, and girls are like, hey, I'm in town. I just want to hang out, not looking for nothing.
I think anything that starts ST, you need a new acronym.
I think I do.
Yeah.
That's why I sometimes spell it out. But girls are like, what's STR?
They should just make a different app for it.
For sure. It's Happen. Happen is for girls who are just traveling and in town for a little while.
See, I'm so out of the game.
Yeah,
Fuck, I never even heard of that.
Happen is dope. Dope.
Happen people.
Yeah, especially because I go
plug.
by the path where people come from the airport and you meet all types of girls.
Yeah, okay, girl, kind of pick you up from there.
Yeah, they're just. Well, I'm not picking you up from the airport.
I'm kidding.
But if you're just in town for a little bit, I'll walk you around Houston Street, and then we'll have a little breakup sex and make-up sex, and then I'll leave you at the airport, and that's it.
I like
Goodbye
you just
forever.
Just 10-day relationships.
It's like everybody. It's
deep,
the
yeah.
whole relationship
Yeah.
in 10 days.
Is there STD test involved in that?
I'll get STD tests here and there, but
I mean, you don't really have time for the results.
No.
You can get the test.
When she gets pregnant.
Well, then the game's over. You lost the game.
You lost the game.
Better strap the
Hopefully-
fuck up.
Hopefully she's doing a lot of the 10-day things, so she can't tell who's it
Yo,
is.
I heard there's a new condom that requires 4 hands to open it. It's called the consent condom.
4 hands to open.
Yeah, my friend sent me an article about this.
What?
Yeah, they made a new, it's like the Netherlands or something, and made a consent condom. Like, it's a new manufactured thing that requires 4 hands, and it's called the consent condom, which is just the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
I don't understand. 4 hands?
Yeah.
What's a 4 hand?
No, like you need your hands and
4
her
hands.
hands. Yeah.
I don't fuck
To
that.
open
How many rapists are you?
I thought you said
Yeah. Like,
teams of rapists.
no, but that is woke America right now. That is the woke world right now. Just these retarded ass things for virtue signaling purposes.
That's fucking
It's like,
stupid.
yeah.
That's dumb.
That sounds like someone important.
But you do realize you're mansplaining right now, right, Jimmy?
What?
That's
What?
mansplaining that you think.
But
that
if you're a
consent
rapist, are
condom
you
is
really
stuff.
using condoms?
You're not allowed to have an opinion. You're
Right?
a male, Jimmy.
If you, what sensible? You know what? I got these super skin condoms. Is yeah? Are you down now? Like what?
Just fucking light some candles. Get
I
down
got magnums, babe. Magnums though. The magnum. You.
What should I eat after cardio?
What was that?
What should I eat
I
after
don't
cardio?
know. That you don't do cardio.
I
So-
just ran a mile here.
What was your time, you think, for the mile?
We
I
gotta
could
wrap
do
this
a mile
up.
in less than 10 minutes.
Well, so can most people.
Yeah,
Yeah, no. But I used to be
that's
350
average
pounds.
time.
That's fair.
You keep using 300, but you're not now. So
I know, so I'm happy I could do a mile in less than 10 minutes. So
thick
what the fuck
ass
so-
cat.
I used to be a mile and 2 miler in high school back in the day.
Yeah, so how,
2
what,
mile,
which time?
2 minute mile.
No, I ran the mile and 2 mile. I did both those events.
I mean, listen, if somebody really fucked with me, I could do an 8-minute mile. If my pride was on the line, I could.
You should.
Yeah.
But no, for a motherfucker that was never in shape and I could do an 8-minute mile and no, that's an accomplishment. So everybody kiss my balls.
Don't stop. Keep going.
Yeah, keep going.
I know, but I always get hurt. I try to talk to Jimmy about that, and then he just tells me
do some yoga.
Funnier.
Yeah.
I'm starting yoga.
Where can they find you online?
I am Jesus Christ 9 at Twitter and Instagram. I don't want a website, so don't bother asking. And I'm gonna have the anti-woke rap is coming out. I just got to tweak it a little bit.
Where are you gonna post it?
On Instagram.
You could post it on your website.
Well, I'm not. No, I don't want a motherfucking website.
Are you on Bandcamp?
What? No,
I'm not going to shout Bandcamp.
I'm going to tell you why I'm not on these things. Because we're in a soundbite culture, and Instagram is what works. That's why I'm not on those things. The websites are like fucking 2005.
You're fighting it.
I'm not fighting it. Anti-woke rap, Jesus Christ, not.
That's the sound of a guy who could have made better choices today. He said,
RJ stands
Andy.
up for Instagram and that shit.
Say it again.
That's right.
Say it again.
RJ stands up. You find me rhyming here on fucking Facebook and all that shit. I don't have any rap coming out, but I'm here doing it.
Website? No website yet? You got a domain at least?
I already have it. I just haven't uploaded the stuff yet, so I don't want people to go there. There's nothing there
That's
yet.
all that matters.
So,
good. Yep. Thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging out. People came and went. This is another episode of The People's Mic, Jimmy Peoples. You can find it on iHeartRadio, Spotify, now Facebook Live every day at 2:15 till they kick us off. We're here Monday to Friday at the world famous Idol Shrunken Head at 2:15, followed by the best mic on this block, The People's Mic. Comics here in town. Come join us for the podcast. You'll be more than welcome, and you get up early at the mic. See you tomorrow.
Check out those texts.
That's right, Cucks.